Yesterday, the artist formerly known as Kanye West sent his fans into a frenzy when he announced that he might be releasing Vultures 2 with Ty Dolla $ign exclusively on his Yeezy site for $20. Now, when I saw this, I thought, being that I'm a big fan of Ye and his music, and I thought it was fans like me who were just fans of an artist, I thought this would be no problem. I thought this would be a no-brainer. Cut out the middleman of the streaming service, since they pay the artists pennies, and you're selling the product for $20. I come from the era where I used to buy CDs and everything, and it wasn't a time when I didn't buy music for $20, you know what I mean? But I seen this cause a landslide divide between his fans, and saying that $20 is too much for music. Why would I pay for your music when it's free via streaming? It had me thinking, and it's just going through everything yesterday, it had me thinking like, damn, we really don't care about music anymore. Like, music is officially dead. It's dead, it's gone. The value of it, I don't know if a nuke bomb has to come in and clear out everything before we can fully appreciate music the way we once did in the past. But I never seen like anything like this. And then I thought to myself, was this the record company's plan to begin with? To devalue the artist, to trick the consumer into thinking that they are getting the music for free and that the music holds no value. Like, so you'll never have, case in point, right? Kanye's now exclusively an independent artist at the moment, and it's no label backing him. So if he decides to sell his albums directly, or rather be albums, music, shoes, directly to the consumer via his website, I think that would be a no-brainer and like the most logical thing as an independent artist, right? We've seen artists like Nipsey Hussle did it in the past, selling albums for $100 or selling the mixtape for $1,000. And it f***ed me up, because I'm thinking like, damn, if the recording artist is devalued to the point that the consumer, and not just the consumer, but the actual people who supposed to be fans, don't even want to spend money to support the artist, where does that leave the music, right? And then I thought to myself, when people were saying that $20 was too steep, I'm like, God damn, like $20 is like the bare minimum. If you don't have $20, that's kind of telling. Not to shit on anybody's financial state or anything of that nature, but the fact that $20 was the breaking point of a fan base is crazy. And then that got me thinking like, damn, is it just I hate to say it, is it just a black hip hop culture thing where we don't give a like, we rather have the streaming service the artist completely than pay the artist what they're worth? Since we're talking about Ye, we have these artists that spend millions to make the album, spend millions to promote the album, do these listening sessions, do all these events and things. At the end of the day, the fan doesn't even want to pay for the music, but they want the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I hear a lot of people saying, well, if he sells it for $20, we're pirating it. You're a fan though. Like, that's not a cool statement as, and then that's not a cool a statement as you think it's being. And then they had me thinking like, oh shit, maybe his fans are like literally kids, and the other half are adults. Let me go back to my point before. Is it just hip hop that this buying the actual music is a problem? I was trying to figure out, what is the problem with this? Is it the laziness of just wanting a streaming app, the convenience of that? But if you download the digital album, it's on your phone or any device that you want it to be. So I couldn't understand the convenience aspect of it. Then I thought, those artists like Taylor Swift would never go through this. If Taylor Swift said, yo, even Nicki Minaj, so I take that back. If they told their fans, I'm not putting my album on streaming, you will have to go directly to my site to get it, it will crash the site immediately, right? So that's another thing. And then I thought, out of all the stuff that he said throughout his career, this is the thing that was the breaking point. Like, $20 for an album? Are you crazy? Then I felt really old, because I'm like, I bought 50 Cent The Massacre, and that shit was $20+ and I was 15 years old. So like, they really tricked us into believing that the record companies, whether it be the record companies, the streaming platforms, and they're all in bed with each other. So they're one and the same. But they really tricked the consumer into believing that music is free now. It's a subscription base. And I never seen any art form go through this. I know I come from the era of like peak pirating and things of that nature, whether it's music, TV shows, movies, whatever you want to call it, right? But I never seen someone say like $30 to see Dune 2. I'm not doing that. Like, you wouldn't do that. Like, to see it once. The music, you have it forever. Like, it's not going anywhere. The thing with these streaming services, and I'm thinking about like, man, going back to my old ways of just having my collection of music that I have in my quote unquote iTunes now. It's like, they take, case in point with Ye and Ty Dolla $ign Vulture One, they take and pull albums and songs off albums due to whatever reason, whether it be sample clearances or whatever reason it may be, all the time. Like, it's literally albums that I have physical copies of that I go on streaming to listen to. They're not there, or they have 3 of the 18 songs that's on the album. It's like streaming is like, it destroyed the game. And on top of all that, at a bare minimum fact, if you love the artist, you don't have to love the artist. If you like the artist and you support his shoes, you support his clothes, you support his kids, you support everything in the world, but you won't support the music, the one thing that you clamor for the most, and then have the nerve to say, well, he's already rich, I'm not gonna feed into his pocket more. You're streaming. like I never seen so much of a it makes no sense to me. Like, I'm totally flabbergasted at the idea of an artist saying that I'm selling my album to you. You have to buy it. It won't be on streaming, and causes this much uproar. That's insane to me as an artist, as a consumer, as a music lover, as a fan of just art. We pay to go to museums. We pay less. We pay more for food that's devoured. We pay in seconds, in minutes. We pay more for clothes. We pay more for every streaming app that we have. But in a scheme of things, Spotify's making billions and billions, and Apple is making billions, and all these companies are making billions of dollars on the backs of artists, and they don't pay them. YouTube pays the artist. Spotify pays the artist. Apple pays the artist. Tidal pays the artist the most, but we don't even use that app. And then I thought, like, this is what Ye does. He's supposed to be the one that I wish more artists would do this. I know for the most part, 98% of artists are signed to record companies, and they can't literally put their album out to the public. You don't think the artist, recording artist, wants to sell their music directly to the consumer? Do you think recording artists like Spotify and all these streaming services, do you think because they get these dumb billion stream plaques that don't equate to nothing but like $4,500, you think that's like what they want? You think that's the flex they want? I don't understand the people that's angry and upset, and then they'll say, hey, I'm not paying for it anyway. Like, what are you mad about? What are you mad about? That's like somebody going into a McDonald's and it's like, I don't eat Big Macs. Well, get the out of here. Like, what are you doing in here? Like, we don't need you in here. Like, why are you here? Just to be a negative Nancy. So I just wanted to do a quick video on that because yesterday that really threw me for a frenzy. Like, I was like, whoa, you would pay hundreds to go to a concert, but you won't pay for the album that you're listening to at the concert? That's all I got, man. Let me know in the comments what you think about Ye and Ty Dolla $ign releasing the album for $20 via the Yeezy website. Do you think it's a good idea? Is the artist wrong for trying to cut out the middleman and go directly to the consumer? Let me know. And is $20 too much for music? In my mind, it's not at all. It's $20. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. As always, I'm Tatum. Peace. Music is f***ing dead. I can't believe it.